Hey guys, this is Pokemon Battle number 3, and I hope you enjoy it. Wasn't as exciting as the last one, but I enjoyed it anyway, so hope you enjoy the battle, hope you enjoy my running commentary. Okay, it's not a very long battle, about 7 minutes, so I didn't have to speed this one up. Begins with this Dusknoir, and you've seen this Azoth before, and its main job is to, of course, lay down Stealth Rocks, which is what it does. Well, I didn't really know what a Dusknoir would have done, so I guess any prediction would have been as good as any. Of course I had Focus Sash, but what am I going to do? Switch out, of course. So I switch out to Vaporeon since Vaporeon seems to be my default. I don't know what to do. What should I do, Pokemon? Since it can really take a lot of punishment, as you can see there. Now I'm just trying to make it switch out because I really don't know what to do. By the looks of the damage, it seems like it's being attack EV trained, so kind of strange for a Dusknoir, but it doesn't matter. So Mismagius. I was really amused at Mismagius because, remember last battle I had an opponent use Gengar, so I just thought, isn't Mismagius just a worse version of Gengar? And it seems like it because it's just Thunderbolting. I did think that it might have Trick Scarf or Trick Specs, but if it did, it would have been tricked onto Thunderbolt anyway. If it didn't, well, I'm sure Vaporeon could live with a Tri-Specs. For Alligator, this one was also a bit scary because I didn't know what to expect. I did intend to Toxic the Mismagius, and I knew that Blissey could have used Toxic because, you know, chances are it'll hit something at least. Generally, Feraligators are attack based, so I switched in Vaporeon expecting perhaps a Waterfall, but now I know Feraligators sometimes carry Superpower, so it's got a -1 attack, -1 defense. It switches out and switches in Mismagius again. Guess what I do, right? Hidden Power. This is Hidden Power Electric, which I expected to hit the Feraligator with. Perhaps I should have predicted that the Feraligator would have switched out. After all, it wouldn't have done anything if it was kept in. But again, it's the whole Mismagius versus Blissey. Paralysis, not a big deal. Guess what I do? I Toxic again, and he sends out Feraligator. So that was definitely interesting. Yeah, I expected to spread Toxic around his team, but yeah. And I think he tried to predict that I would send in Vaporeon, which I actually didn't. I did switch out though. At this point in time, I'm like, I'm really glad I have the Stealth Rocks up. And I switch out Fortress again, switch back Blissey. This is really bad for him because he has to switch out Mismagius and get Stealth Rocked again. So, you know, I'm really winning this one. So yeah, I just thought I might as well Ice Beam something because he might switch in for Alligator again, and I didn't want to triple Toxic it. Wouldn't do anything. So there we go, KO with an Ice Beam. So the first Pokemon down, and then he sends in Infernape, which is actually kind of scary. I don't know why he didn't send it in before, because it could have hit Blissey, but I guess now that he saw that I had a Fortress, it might have made more sense to send in Infernape. This one must have been hella attack EV trained, because look at how much damage it does with a regular close combat, even taking into account Life Orb. Vaporeon should be able to take 2 of those. So I thought I'd protect and do the same thing I did last time with the Heat Ran in my last battle, and see if I can survive another close combat, which I couldn't actually, so I really overestimated Vaporeon's defensive capabilities. And it was only after Vaporeon fainted that I realized I could have sent in Salamence without any problem. unless it was carrying Hidden Power Ice, which I doubt because it's so heavily attack EV trained. So here I am, and this is where the battle starts going downhill for him because he switches in a Jirachi, and I was going to Earthquake the Infernape anyway, but I Earthquaked the Jirachi. I guess I can explain it on his behalf because his Jirachi might have been Choice Scarfed with Ice Punch, which would have made a good counter to Salamence without Earthquake. Unless he was expecting a Dragon Claw, which was, you know, well, it's not absurd, but well, regardless. Feraligatr comes in, and I'm Choice Banded, of course. And even if I wasn't Choice Banded, I could have done at least 50% on that Feraligatr, which it was at half health anyway. Dusknoir, again, I think I could have beaten the Dusknoir, particularly because it doesn't seem so defensively EV trained. Although, really, it's just my judgment here. I actually have never played against other Dusknoirs or other Infernapes, so I don't know how EV trained they are. Then Infernape, which, you know, was bound to die. Technically, Infernape has a faster base speed, but perhaps it was adamant. I don't know. So, that's why my naive Salamence actually beat the Infernape. Naive because it's also carrying Fire Blast. So if any of you guys use, you know, my videos against me to learn my team, you will beat me. Sceptile. I was actually like, what am I going to do against Sceptile? It is faster than me, but I thought a Heatran would be safe. I didn't know if Sceptile had Earthquake though, but I knew Heatran with Choice Scarf would beat it, in speed at least, because I think this is max speed Heatran, I can't remember. But yeah, it seemed like he couldn't do anything against the Heatran, so he just detected twice, and it was an easy KO, and game over for him. So thanks for watching, guys.